Hello and welcome back to Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I hope you're all doing very well out there. I'm very sorry I didn't get to finish this off in time in the last episode, so rather than just leave it as it was and come out of it and just completely leave it as it was, I decided to just finish it off and complete it as a short, or so that you had the end of Act 1 completed. Now, unfortunately, I think because I dilly-dallied about a lot, that was the reason why I didn't get it finished. But essentially, what we did was we managed to achieve doing getting into Maleficent's castle and doing Mount Olympus. Neither of them would agree to apologising to each other. So we're now completing a tapestry of what's happened to them in a past story, which may have actually effectively affected what happened to them both in the long run. And obviously completing this may just help the situation a little bit. We'll see. And we do get a reward for that. I think that is a window. Oh. Gordon, did you see what I saw within my pages? Maleficent and Hades share a deep wound. Neither felt welcome at an important gathering. Both took the slight rather personally. Oh. Precisely. Maleficent caused Aurora cursed Aurora from that day forward. Yes, after that ominous snub, Hades was more determined than ever to overthrow Mount Olympus. I don't get why this matters, because now I remember precisely what led Maleficent and Hades to steal away the storybook vale in the first place. During the forgetting, my old friend Merlin neglected to invite the villainous pair to a great gathering of all the most powerful magic wielders in the valley. He meant to, really, he merely forgot. Maleficent and Hades swore revenge for being disrespected once more. That's what this is all about. Those two are such babies. I get it. It feels bad not to be included. No. Yes, despite being the mistress of all evil and the lord of the underworld, their feelings are all too human, aren't they? Perhaps if there was some way to make them both feel important and included, something with fancy invitations made just for them. Yes, invite them to a great gathering to discuss how we can put a stop to the never after once and for all. We need a name for the endeavour, something to unite us all. The Grand Council of the Never After, the Guardians of the Vale, the Lawkeeper's Legion, the Guardians of the Vale. Sounds good. Oh my, how heroic. Maleficent and Hades will feel quite flattered indeed. It's time to assemble the Guardians of the Vale. Gordon made the invitations and gather everyone right here in the Library of the Law. I will prepare a stirring speech. There's a stained glass window.
No responsibilities.
No Hakuna Matata. Right, let's actually... Right, so invite the villainous pair to the gathering. Oh, it's another memory for Princess Aurora there. Aunt Fauna said the berries are sour but not poisonous. They will sustain me.
You know better than the others.
Why, what's this? Some sort of invitation? We humbly request your attendance. Why attendance? Where? Ink is still spilling all over the vale. We need your help to stop the Never After. We invite you to the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After. Please meet us at the Library of Law. You want me to descend from my castle and mingle with the rabble? We need your help, Maleficent. We can't do it without you. I suppose you are all helplessly lost without me, aren't you? I've only one question. Will Hades be there? Yes, he will. Ah, you want me to waste a moment more in the presence of that fool? Put aside your feud with Hades, just for now. Please, will you be the real guest of honor? Put aside my feud. Hades started all of this. He put my curse on my castle. The ink appeared here before anywhere else in the Vale. Hades cursed your castle. That's weird. I'll ask him about it. If you think you can trust anything that Fiery Fool says, you are far more naive than I thought. Still, I will attend your little gathering and help you set the Vale right, but only so that I may remind everyone who is the rightful ruler of this Vale.
Farewell.
I'm guessing I'm going to Mount Olympus to deliver this invitation.
I bet I'm the first demigod you've met, right?
Yeah, well, I've got a meeting with a cantankerous god of the dead. Actually, he might actually be outside because he was outside when I yeah, it's actually at his home.
You! Yes, you! I got a deal for you. Hey, what's the buzz?
Gordon, what's this? An apology from Maleficent? Yeah, not likely. Wait a second, this is an invitation. O humble lord of the underworld, we request your presence. Hey, now, that's the kind of respect I deserve. Not like that I get from the gods at Zeus's parties. But hold on now, what are we inviting me to? Merlin's retirement bash? It's a very important meeting with the lawkeeper. We need your help to stop the Never After. Let me see here. We invite you to the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After. We can't do this without you. You know, I would like to deal with all of the ink around here. It's really messing up the ambience. Before I RSVP to this thing, I've got to know one question.
Okay.
Is Maleficent going to be there? She's going to be there, Hades. Oh, I knew there would be a catch. You two need to put this silly feud aside. Hey, it's Maleficent who needs to leave me alone. You know she's the only one who started all of this. Everything was going great until she put some kind of whammy on me. Then all of this ink started showing up on Mount Olympus. Maleficent cursed Mount Olympus. That's weird. I'll ask her about it. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be real forthcoming about that. Look, I'll show up at this little shading to help fix the Never After, but once that's done, Maleficent had better stay out of my territory.
Bye-bye.
Seems to me that they're both blaming each other, but yet they don't quite actually know the truth. In fact, that it all started when they both started just arguing with one another.
I'm just living the dream.
Maleficent and Hades have agreed to meet. Hey, they have, but something a little funny come up when I talked to them both of them. They both blamed the other for starting the feud. More finger pointing, of course. We should have expected as much. I'm not so sure about that. Maleficent and Hades both said that the ink started showing up before the feud began. Why, they must be mistaken. The Never After is surely connected to their feud. If it isn't, then I'm afraid I don't have the faintest clue what's really causing all of this trouble. No, this must be doing of this vile villains. Oh dear. Speaking of which, the mistress of all evil has finally taken it upon herself to come down from her castle, and Hades is here at any moment. Let the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After begin. If fireballs start to fly, do be sure to duck. I begin to think that maybe it was the lawkeeper that started all of this.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Ah, Maleficent, you're looking a little greener than usual. It's really working for you. My appearance is entirely irrelevant to the task at hand. I've been looking into the mysterious ink bleeding from the veil. And I've discovered that there's a deeper magic at work. Deeper magic? What are you talking about here? Something is wrong with the veil. Something beyond the two of us. I am willing to overlook your disrespect for now. Because if we don't set aside this dispute, there may not be a veil left to rule over. Hey, if you're willing to let bygones be bygones, temporarily, I guess I can too.
Over here. Come on, hurry up. I'm on a schedule.
Oh dear. The feud between Maleficent and Hades has resolved at last. But the Never After rages harder than ever. What happened to Maleficent? The tiles on the floor began to glow. The ones that form the shape of Princess Aurora's face. I sense that to solve that once and for all, you will need to find Princess Aurora. Until we discover more, keep tending to the veil, Gordon. I'm sure clues are bound to turn up eventually.
Took you long enough.
So Maleficent up and disappeared, huh? You know, I thought we'd be happy about this. What's wrong? It's not that I'm sad to have her gone, that's for sure. I could go my whole internal life without her ever wanting to see Maleficent again, trust me. The thing is, the way she just disappeared kind of bugs me. I may not like her, but I gotta admit she's tough. If something made her disappear like that, well, my guess is that I'm next on the chopping block. Then I'd be rid of both of you. Sounds great. I won't let that happen. Hades, are you actually scared? Don't be ridiculous. I just got an extremely healthy sense of self-preservation. We've got to figure out what happened to Maleficent, and maybe that runaway princess she's always complaining about too. But until you do that, I'm going to enjoy running this place on my own. Maybe I'll just mosey on up to Mal's castle. The vale is my territory. You're welcome to be my minion, though. Hey, hold on. I promote you up the ladder and take all that interest in your professional development as a minion, and you stab me in the back? Gordon, I'm impressed. You're really coming far. If you figure out where Maleficent went, you let me know, will ya? Whatever's going on, let's get to the bottom of it. I guess that means figuring out what happened to Princess Aurora.
See you later.
So I'm beginning to think there is something that the lawkeeper is definitely not telling us. So I bet there's probably nothing left to but there isn't much left to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to do. Yes, I think there's a little more to this than the lawkeeper's telling us. So that's the end of Act 2. Well, I think for that.
I've seen this many happy faces since ice cream day at the orphanage.
For that, I'm going to end it on that. I think on that kind of explosive note. I kind of feel sorry for Maleficent there. There was definitely something more to this than, as I say, the lawkeeper's letting on. So we just have to wait for Act 2 now, which is going to be next year, around summertime. So,
Oh, Naveen would just love it here.
Well, all that's left to do is to complete the last quests of Hades, Merida and Flynn, and we'll all be set for when Sally comes into the valley on the 4th of December. So until the next episode, goodbye for now. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming, everybody.